If you can't move the chair, move the table. I think it's about 5 o'clock in the UK. It's 11 o'clock Georgia time, Eastern Standard Time. Today is Blues Monday, or No Blues Monday, where we chase away the blues. We're going to chase away the blues with a little Q&A, a little entertainment. On No Blues Monday, we chase away the blues. We try to have no blues on No Blues Monday. That sounds kind of bluesy. Today on No Blues Monday, we chase away the Monday blues. So what we'll do now is wait for some people to join on and join in. Log on and join in. It's early today. It's like 11 o'clock. Usually I do this around 4 o'clock. Maybe I'll do an 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Or maybe a 10 o'clock and a 4 o'clock. 10 o'clock here is like 3 o'clock in the UK. So I'm trying to get... I noticed that the UK and Canada, I've got more... I'm 5% in UK. Oh, there we go. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to No Blues Monday. Good to see you. We got birdies flying around. We just filled up the bird feeder. So if a bird comes, I'll turn the camera around. We'll do a little bird watching today. So today is No Blues Monday. We are creating a no blues zone. We're going to take away our worries and our woes, our problems, and just play some tunes. So maybe the next one will be Arthur. T. Harrison is another person who might be joining us. So I'll give a shout out to the people who joined in. I've been flirting with Tom Green lately. He's doing a podcast, and I'm going to try to see if I can get him to come on board and do like a split screen. Because that would be kind of nice if we could complement each other. I could be a guest on his show. He could be a guest on my show. And I'll try to flirt with a lot of people to see if I can get guests on. So that these are my high hopes. I've got high apple pie in the sky hopes. And so I think what I'll do is during the weekdays, I will do my live streams. Because on the weekends, seems like people have things going on, things they want to get done, or people they want to visit. So Monday through Friday is when I'll probably do my live streams. And my last one got a whopping like 2 views. One of them got 7 views. So I'll probably try directing people to my already made live streams, because those, you can watch them any old time. If you want to kick back after supper and play a live stream of mine, you could do that. Yesterday I featured my katana or katana. Today I'm just oh, I brought I don't know if I've already shown this. They call this a gas station knife. A knife you pick up at the gas station. It's an OTF, meaning out of the front, and it. Pardon me about the. I know 100 or 334, which makes me kind of jealous because some people get like thousands of views. I think I'll get there. Maybe this time next year or the beginning of next year, I might get a lot more. Yeah, 334 is pretty good. Some of them only have like 2 views. There's one that only has 2 views. So maybe people can look at my archives. I've been noticing with the shorts, when I make a short, they have a shelf life. I call it flatlining. It'll show that I got like 100 hits or 300 hits or 300 views, and then all of a sudden it'll just make a straight line and nobody ever visits it again. So maybe for old time's sake, people can look over I made a lot of shorts since April of this year. April of this year is when I started making a lot of shorts, and a lot of them have to do with what movie is this from, and comedy, and questions I ask of the public. I might do some more public questions I ask of the public. One time I asked about what is their favorite dessert, or have they ever seen a ghost? Some people have seen ghosts, so maybe I'll make more of those. I'm always interested in ghosts and paranormal activity, watching things move around all by themselves, or seeing apparitions and shadows. I keep talking about slapped ham. Slapped ham is pretty cool. The host is Callan. At the end of all his videos, he always goes, "Pooh!" It's pretty funny. But anyways, this is my show and tell. This is one of my lower end OTFs. Some of the higher end OTFs have they're like $500, and certain brand names. This one I don't think has a brand name. I ordered this through Bud K. I get most of my knives through Bud K. If I was on death penalty, what would I order for dinner? Some people order the weirdest stuff for their last meal. So I guess a beer would be nice. A beer and maybe stovetop stuffing. I always like stovetop stuffing and maybe some really well cooked ham with a little pineapple sauce. What would you have if you were on death penalty? I think I answered that. Yeah, a well cooked ham with some pineapple sauce, some cherries. Boy, that bird is really going crazy today. I heard a woodpecker earlier today. I wonder what bird that is. You hear that bird? Oh, I caught an EVP. One of the shorts I made, I think it was the first one I made today of me in a yellow shirt. Before I started the short, or before I started talking, I could hear some heavy breathing, and I was the only one in the room. I go into my bathroom and I shut the door and I make the short, and I can swear I hear breathing in one of them. I always like those EVPs. It's kind of interesting to know because they say spirits are always hanging around us, and we just don't know it sometimes, or most of the time we don't even know we have a ghost hanging around us. And so yeah, when I heard a chuckle in one of them and I heard a breathing, sometimes it's just me hoping that I get a EVP. They're called the electronic voice phenomenon. And George Norrie had some guests come on his show, Coast to Coast AM, and they did a whole show about EVPs. You can always hear like a ghost talking. They usually answer questions. You know, you don't hear them with your ears, but the recorder picks it up. The digital recorders usually pick up the EVPs, and they're pretty spooky and pretty cool at the same time. So I like yeah, Coast to Coast would always come on around 10 o'clock in California. Here, I think it's 1 a.m. because of the 3 hour difference. So we'll see who else joins in. It's 11 o'clock over here, and I think 4 o'clock in the UK. So we're slowly getting there. You'll be able to see the progress of the show, the evolution. Oh, how you doing? How you doing, lads? So we've got 2 people, which means probably 3. We always have that phantom joiner. So it's good to see you all. So yeah, I think Monday through Friday would be a better times to have these casts. Yep, Arthur's in the hizzy. Arthur in X Trigger. So we've got, and then there's me, your gracious host with the most. I guess Beetlejuice is ghost with the most. They're coming out with another Beetlejuice, which I think will be pretty interesting to watch. They made another, what was that, Hocus Pocus? Hocus Pocus was a masterpiece. They should have just left that alone. There's a lot of movies make sequels, wouldn't have made sequels to. Or just come up with original stories, you know. I like those true stories. Sometimes they're like, you know, based on true stories or ripped from the headlines. Sometimes they're more cool than the ones they come up with, you know, like Imagination can be pretty. They kind of rival each other. Imagination and actual occurrences. Like that guy who makes shorts about finding treasure. You know, it's cool that he knows his when he knows where to use his metal detector, and he finds like gold coins and diamonds. And one time he found a diamond bracelet. I wonder if it's the same person, but that's always pretty fascinating. And it's like you just take your metal detector out in a regular area, and your metal detector picks up some kind of a lost treasure, or somebody buried some diamonds in a wall. He had like a brass urn. He used his metal detector to go across the wall, and then he dug into the wall and found a little brass container that had diamonds in it, and then he dropped it. So he probably lost a few of those diamonds. They probably were stolen. Who knows? Stolen diamonds hidden in the wall. Morgan Freeman probably knows where they are. So I guess we could play some more bluesy tunes. We can get excited about being above ground. I always hear that. Every day above ground is a good day. Or every day you're not in a coal mine is a good day. Every day you don't step in dog poo is a good day. Every time you're not eating dog poo is a good day. Every day when you bite into an apple and don't find half of a worm is a good day. So maybe this looks like it's catching on. That what movie is this from? That game that I created back in, I think it was April of this year. This year's almost over. We only have 2 more months, 2 more months in the whole new year. Oh, I got some likes. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias para likes. Para gracias para likes. Thank you for putting your appreciation into these into my evolution of live streams. I guess the same thing. It's a podcast is the same thing as a live stream because you get to record it and then you get to play it back weeks later or years later. You get to see a younger version of yourself or a version of yourself with more teeth, more hair. Yeah, enjoy your hair. Enjoy your hair while you have it. Enjoy your teeth while you have them. Someone said you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I need to learn some blues tunes or make up my own. I think when you shake your harmonica, it sounds more bluesy. I'm gonna catch me the next train out of this world of pain. That sounds more like a party tune. I could see people tapping their toes or dancing a jig. Yes, I have. Spanish fly. I think that's a myth. One time I bought some Spanish fly. It was in one of those little containers like 5 Hour Energy. I think it's a gimmick. I think it's like, oh, Spanish fly. And I put some, thinking I was going to be cool, and put some Spanish fly in the refrigerator in somebody's drink or whatever. It's wanting to see if they would react, and nothing happened. I don't recommend it. I shouldn't have said that. That's kind of bad. You get in trouble. This is way back in the 80s. It's like Spanish fly. It's supposed to make somebody really excited. Oh, the song. No, I haven't heard. There's a song called Spanish Fly. I think I do remember. But yeah, there's a liquid called Spanish Fly, and it's supposed to make ladies excited. Now they're using pheromones. It's called pheromones that you spray on your neck, and it's supposed to get women excited. It's like I don't think any of that's real. It's a nice fantasy. If you want to make a woman excited, pull out $100 bill and tell her to take her to dinner. I do. I think I vaguely remember a song called Spanish Fly. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mama be so proud of me? Thanksgiving is coming. I think all the Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. It's one of those pilgrims meet Indians, or I heard a different story about Thanksgiving. It was a celebration of some kind. We celebrate it today because we want to give thanks. I think the gist or the principle of the holiday is really good because you're a lot of people don't stop and give thanks. My favorite holiday is sometimes Christmas. It's a toss up between Christmas and Halloween because Halloween is pretty magical. Christmas is a good time for being off work and getting to visit friends, relatives. Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie. Was it pumpkin pie and stuffing, stuffing, and sometimes cranberry? That weird looking jello that looks like it's cranberry sauce. People just bring it right out of the can. But my favorite is the stuffing and turkey. The turkey, the breast that you carve off a big piece of turkey breast. I heard the American national bird was going to be the turkey. Ben Franklin thought that the national bird should be the turkey. Oh, I just missed that. I missed it. Something about being 22. I saw the middle of it. I got to stop staring off into space if I'm going to pay attention. I look down at the screen and I realize there's something I got to read. And then as I'm reading it, it vanishes. In the old days, there was the comments. You could just scroll down the comments and see who said what. But I noticed the chat. The chat isn't there anymore. The comments, people can put comments in, and the comments stay, but the chat fades away and it's gone. But I bet you Chris Hansen keeps track of what we say. Printout. He always has a printout of what someone said to somebody. Forget Santa Claus. Chris Hansen, you got to be careful. I think. So Halloween was yours, but not because of candy and trick-or-treating? My eyes are getting blurry for some reason. Maybe I need to wake up more. I should be awake. It's 11 o'clock. Yes. I remember like a pillowcase. Get like a pillowcase. I hear a chirping bird. Nope. So Trigger and Arthur are chatting, which is good. I think that's what this is about. Let's be friends. This whole show is about let's be friends or let's make friends. Let's be friends is about the same thing. You have to make friends before you can be friends. At least that's the order in which, the particular order. Well, thank you both for being with me today. We'll have to get the word out. Then we can have bigger powwows. Then we can flash this on a big screen, have like an auditorium. We got birds joining us. Some people can identify birds by what sound they make. We have tweeting birds, trees and flowers and chirping birds. Oh, we have the flower yesterday. There was a flower right here at my feet that's That flower closes up during the morning. It closes up in the morning and opens up at night. It's like they're called morning glories, I think. And it's like a miracle flower. You know, it's kind of, I notice it shows up. A kangaroo. Kangaroos they look like they work out. I've seen some videos with kangaroos, and they're pretty muscular. I wouldn't want to get kicked by a kangaroo or an ostrich. Ostriches, I hear they can disembowel somebody. Ostriches, kangaroos. I don't think that guy should have punched the kangaroo. The kangaroo let go of his dog, so he had no reason to walk up and punch him. But that's just my opinion. If a kangaroo lets go of your dog, hey, it's complying. You don't need to walk up and punch him. Unless you're wearing boxing gloves. I've heard stories about kangaroos boxing people. But yeah, once they hop up with those rear legs, they could really hurt you. I heard an ostrich could kick a hole in a chain link fence. That's how powerful their legs are. There's a woman I've seen that does a short where she just puts her hand up. If an ostrich starts getting excited, she just puts her hand up on the beak and the ostrich calms down. I wonder if that's something that anybody can do, or if she's just got a power. She has a power over ostriches. I guess she has an ostrich farm or something like that. So our topic was, what's our favorite holiday? I can't decide, you know. When I was a kid, it was Christmas, because Christmas, a bear, a kangaroo, or a lion. I don't think I would win against a bear. They say shooting a bear only makes it mad. That's a rude bird. That bird always seems to chirp when I'm talking. As soon as I talk, that bird starts chirping. They're talking. I hear one chirp and then I hear the other one chirp off in the distance. So they're chirping each other. They're tweeting. Birds are tweeting. So yeah, I would rather fight a kangaroo, you know, because a lion I'm pretty sure would eat me. A bear I'm pretty sure would eat me. Because you go to shoot a bear and it only makes them mad. So then you got an angry bear as well as a hungry bear. Then a lion. Lions, they don't hunt by themselves. The pride to hunt together. So that would be even worse than a bear. So I guess a kangaroos are I guess are solitary. So a kangaroo. If I was armored, I would fight a kangaroo, because then I wouldn't get disemboweled by their reared legs. So I'd probably have to pick a kangaroo. If I had to fight a kangaroo, I'd have my boxing gloves on. And I'd be fully armored. Shoot a bear, and you'd have to have a buddy help you. You'd have to have, like, you would have to have a rifle, and then your buddy would have to have a rifle so you could get both eyes at the same time. I don't know. I think as long as you stay away from bears. Bears are having to go into our territory now. Because it's like bears are running out of places to roam. You know, bears have to have a place to go too. And it's like, here we are building into their habitat. And that kind of sucks. It's like a bear moving into between the eyes. Okay. I used to always hear about that. If you shoot somebody, shoot them right between the eyes. But then the head would blow up. What was that in, what was that show? Fuzz, Hot Fuzz? That guy, he asked, is there a place on someone's head, if you shot them, their head would blow up? It's like, I don't know, but I don't know the structure of a bear's skull. Maybe shooting a bear between the eyes, it would probably glance because of the way their skull is shaped. You know, because we have a flat forehead. So if a bullet hits the forehead, it would probably do a lot of damage because right behind that is the brain. But some creatures, the way their skull is shaped, it would probably be a glancing blow. If you fire a shot at like a bear or a dog, the there it might be a glance instead of a direct hit into the brain. And some creatures have a lot of skull before their brain, so you can probably hit them in the temple because you know the temples are the area where there's less skull. So that's my theory. So you'd have to probably sneak up on. You probably have to get a 50 caliber, you know, sniper rifle to take care of a bear. 50 calibers are, you know, even if the 50 caliber doesn't hit you, it could kill you because if it zooms by you, it could tear your arm off or just the sonic boom, you know, because the 50 caliber round going past somebody could tear off their skull or tear off their skin. I've heard a lot of scary stories about 50 calibers because I guess air guns, you know, air gunners, I think, or tail gunner, not yeah, tail gunners, side door gunners in helicopters. I think they had 50 caliber or 60 caliber, and there's stories of a 50 caliber hitting somebody and carrying them. So if you shoot somebody with a 50 caliber, it'll carry them or just tear them apart. So yeah, I think I'd have a better chance with a 50 caliber sniper rifle if I had to go against a bear. But grizzly bears are quite large and formidable. So yeah, I wouldn't want to have to face a grizzly bear unless I had me a 50 caliber. But then again, sometimes they see you before you see them. Bears, yeah. What I was thinking of is if I were to be in the woods, I would have a backpack full of meat, just fresh meat. And if I saw a bear, I would take some of the meat out and I would throw it. And the bear would go after the meat, and or just drop the backpack full of meat, and then just take off running. And the bear will go after the backpack full of meat while you're gaining distance, you know. But they say bears can run pretty fast. They can outrun a human. Not only outrun them, but run faster than a human. So I guess just lay down, you know. Lay down and hope they bite your head off first. You don't have much of a chance if there's a grizzly bear. I guess brown bears, you have a chance. They can climb also. You think you can climb a tree to get away from a bear, but they can also climb. But then how long can you tread water? If you climb up a tree to get away from a bear, that bear will be waiting for you when you come down. So I guess when you're up a tree, you have time to pray, and then say a good prayer, and then if you fall asleep and fall out of the tree, then you'll probably be sleeping while the bear eats you. These are morbid thoughts, aren't they? It's like stay clear of bears, porcupines. Porcupines will mess with you too. Porcupines, because once you get stuck by a quill, you have to push it all the way through. It's kind of like an arrow, because the porcupine quills have barbs on them. I think I talked about that in another live stream I did. So, what other topics do we have? What can we talk about? Would you rather fight a herd of zombies, a crowd of zombies, or one werewolf? I'd probably fight a werewolf if I had a silver bullet. A silver bullet with a scope. You know, get it like a rifle, a deer rifle with a silver bullet. Because they say the only way you can kill a werewolf is with the silver bullet. So I'd have to wait for the werewolf, get my deer rifle ready with the silver bullet. Silver, I think, is a little bit harder than brass, because your Full Metal Jacket is a brass cover. So you can probably take silver and then pour a little bit of lead inside of it, like a Full Metal Jacket. But then the accuracy, I think you'd lose accuracy with a silver bullet, because the silver is kind of light. Silver is really light. When I fight, I didn't get the last part of that. It was when I fight 100 chickens. We'll wait till somebody, because it pops back up again when somebody writes something. I didn't get the last part of that. I'll have to stare into the screen. That's what I need to do. A 12-foot chicken? I don't know. A 12-foot chicken? That's a pretty big pecker. And also they can scratch you with their legs. You've heard of cockfights. If it was a cock, if it was a 12-foot cock, I wouldn't want to fight a 12-foot cock. I think I could fend off 100 chickens if I had some coyotes helping me. So yeah, I think I would step away from a 12-foot rooster, because a 12-foot rooster could probably disembowel me. 12-foot rooster, I wouldn't have a chance unless I had a Bowie knife, or a Bowie knife in each hand and knew how to throw them real well. I could throw a Bowie knife and stick it in the breast, but then it probably would only stick in the breast because there's all that meat there. But I think I'd have a chance against 100 chickens. Chickens are pretty friendly. I used to spend time around chickens in Fair Oaks Village in California. There were some stray chickens there. They are very friendly. They also give birth, and they have their little baby chickies. Chickens can get pretty vicious if they have to fend off an intruder. 100 chickens or a 12-foot chicken. That would be a pretty good barbecue, a 12-foot chicken. You could invite the whole town. Have a slice of this 12-foot chicken. Somebody would have to say, "My pleasure," when they hand you a piece of that 12-foot chicken. Thank you for that 12-foot chicken. My pleasure. There was a nurse that I had. She worked for Chick-fil-A. I don't think, no, she worked in the cafeteria. Actually, when you're in your hospital room, you have somebody bring you food. You order your lunch or your dinner, and they bring your food to you. Okay, well, thank you for coming by. I'm glad you could join. May you have a safe trip. So we're 39 minutes into this show. So far we have 3 likes. So this is a bit successful, more successful than yesterday. Yesterday I had no chatters, no likes. So today I have 3 likes and 2 chatters. So yes, today is the first day of the week, they say. Some people say Sunday is the first day of the week. Some people say Saturday is the 7th day of the week. So I hope I've done my job so far, chasing away blues. We're talking about 12-foot chickens and what we do if a bear attacked us. So I think that keeps our mind off the blues. We've gone from the blues to the fight or flight. So we're back to two people, not one person. So that means there's probably two people. Let's see, what was that? Toe tapping? That sounds English. That's one thing about apex predators. They always see you before you see them. You think you're just walking through the forest. You might be alone, but then you might not be alone. That person, that mountain lion that saw you get out of your car, and then go into the outhouse and come back out, and then go to your picnic table, and then get in your canoe, paddle for a while, and then get out of your canoe. That mountain lion's been watching you the whole time, and you don't know it. That's what's pretty scary to think about. There might be an apex predator watching me right now. Oh, we have the moon. I always like seeing the moon during the day. I don't know if I could get it. If I were to flip the camera around, I don't know if I could get the moon. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see what happens here. If I put the camera, flip it around. There it is. You can kind of see it. Right to the upper left of that tree. It's a very tiny moon. There we go. Do you see what I see? I'm going to have to go to another location. I think if I go to the park, there might be a lot more wildlife. I threw a bunch of peanuts out for the squirrels to get. My mother was seeing squirrels. Whenever I thought that all the squirrels were in hibernation, but she was when I would get out to walk the dog, I started hearing from my mom, "Whoa, Ed, look, there's a squirrel." And I didn't see any squirrels. She was seeing squirrels, but I was not seeing squirrels. She had laser eye surgery, so she can see better than I can. But yeah, I was trying to get some squirrels to come and eat some of the peanuts that I had. They were peanuts, but they weren't salted. They didn't have the honey glaze on them. They were just plain old peanuts. So I had a huge Ziploc bag full of them, and I was trying to sprinkle some peanuts around so they could, so I could feed some squirrels. Oh, T. Harrison, I recognize you. You commented on my They Live. I think it was the They Live. Yeah. Well, glad to have you on board. We're back to two people now. Today is Blues Monday. No, it's called No Blues Monday. I've changed it to No Blues Monday. This is a no blues zone. We play some happy tunes because people get blue about Mondays because it's the first day of the work week. And what I try to do is chase away the blues on No Blues Monday because, yeah, you get the idea. There's a little English tune. Who's seen Darby O'Gill? What songs do I know? I know that I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is flicking a cigarette. There's some songs from the 80s. Julian Lennon sang a song. And it's gonna take money, a whole lot of spending money. It's gonna take plenty of money. Yeah, it was called I Got My Mind Set on You. I got my mind set on you. I got my mind set on you. And it's gonna take time, a whole lot of precious time. It's about a guy being devoted to a girl that he likes. That was, oh wait. I know. Every time it's 4 o'clock, I get some people, but I notice there's a time difference. You know, because some of my audience is Canada, some of my audience is the UK, and in the UK it's like a 4 to 5 hour difference. So if I'm here starting my show, then in the UK it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. I had some people say, you know, they were looking for guitars or hunting for, no, they were or shopping for guitars, and they said it's 1 o'clock in the morning there. So it's like I try to, what I'll do is have different times so that I can pop into different time zones. That's what's fun about living on such a big planet. You know, everyone's got a different time zone. So I miss some people, but what's good is they can go to the ones that have already been filmed, and they can look back on them if they miss it. Then they can binge watch. You know, like when you get a box set of Stranger Things or Friends or, you know, Seinfeld, all of them all in the same day. So if you're ever called in sick, you could sit at home and watch some of these. That'd be kind of fun, as long as I keep these interesting. I probably would have missed you if I did it at 4 o'clock, because yesterday I did it around 4 o'clock and I missed some people. I know, yeah, that's what sucks, is they can't talk to me. That does make a difference. That's why I like it in real time. If I can get you in real time, you can type in your communication, what you would like to convey, and not only I see it, but everyone else sees it. So if you come up with a good idea or a good point, everyone's able to see it. That does make a difference. You know, I like it when I'm chatting with you all. 4 likes, how about that? Yay! So we're getting there. We're getting up that hill. It took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. That was the Jeffersons. That was a show we used to watch. All in the Family, Jeffersons, Three's Company, Gilligan's Island. Now they're probably a bunch of shows. Oh, we got a helicopter. 5 inches, 4 feet, 5 inches. Some people say 5 1/4. We got a helicopter. Oh, look at that. Looks like a military helicopter. They use those in Vietnam. I got to get a zoom lens. That doesn't do it justice. That looked like one of those Vietnam era 5 likes. Oh, you're seeing 5. I'm seeing 4. 5. Okay, I see that. It's a quote. Because when you put yeah. So anyway, we're getting 5 likes. Isn't that interesting? All these battles that are going on, there are people making shorts of ships near missing each other and jets being shot down. It might be like during the Civil War here in the U.S. They had the Civil War, and people were just putting up picnic. You know, they would have a picnic while they watched the war being fought. So that might be us. We might be sitting there watching a war being fought. It's funny. It's like there are people who want peace, who just want to be able to get up and have breakfast and go off and do their job. And the other people want to get into tanks and jeeps and fight each other, or into airplanes and helicopters, instead of, you know, contributing to world peace. I think people like to hear about fights more than they like to hear about people having a picnic. But then again, you can get caught in the crossfire. Isn't that was a song? Caught in a crossfire. Stevie Ray Vaughan, I think, sang that song. So it looks like we're down to one person. People are having to go and do stuff. Well, that's heartwarming to hear that you would like to be talking. You can't talk to me if you're watching a pre-recorded. That kind of takes away from the fun of having a live stream. You get to chat, you get to do things in real time. Yeah, it is early, but yeah, so I guess now would be a good time. Sometimes later in the day, I can only get a few people to join on. What I should do is like one every hour or one every 2 hours. I could do another live stream to catch people in their time zones. That'd be kind of cool. Yep, they think they're going to win. But then again, it's like there's like Alexander the Great, you know, he was sad because he didn't have more land to conquer, you know. And like the samurai, they were talking about how after all the battles were won, they didn't have anything to do. I know, yeah, it's like that seems to be always at war. Yemen, Jerusalem, Gaza. That seems to be a very uh, heavy warlike area. Seems like ever since I was a kid too, it was either Iraq, Iran, um, all those Middle Eastern countries. They're always against each other for some reason. It's like you'll have some peacetime, and then all of a sudden a bus is blown up, or you know, somebody's a bomb goes off, and it's like, can't they think of other things to do? It'd be nice, you know. People think of a cure for cancer. I notice muscular dystrophy. Nobody talks about muscular dystrophy anymore. I remember back when I was growing up, every year Jerry Lewis would have a telethon, and he'd be trying to raise money to to find a cure for muscular dystrophy. And I don't think anybody talks about muscular dystrophy anymore. I don't. I don't make money off of YouTube. Some people do. I guess if they have enough viewers, or not viewers, subscribers. I think you have to get 1,000 subscribers, and then you start making money off of um, how many views you get. You know, you have to every 1,000 views. So I guess that's the magic number for YouTube. You have to get 1,000 subscribers, and then you have to get 1,000 views. Every 1,000 views, you get paid for every 1,000 views you get. And then there's commercials. You know, when you play a video, you could put a commercial somewhere in there in the video, and which is usually something people skip anyway. And I guess you get paid for those commercials. I know, isn't that crazy? $3. So if I get like three times 24,000 subscribers, not subscribers, views. So you have to get YOLO. Yes, you only live once. So there's a Donna. So we've got more people joining. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Welcome to No Blues Monday. We chase away the Monday blues just by chilling and chatting, talking about this, that, whatever comes to mind the first. If I don't get tongue-tied, whatever first comes to mind, we can talk about. Earlier, we were talking about would you rather fight 100 chickens or a 12-foot chicken? That was one of our topics. So yeah, I'd like to thank Canada and the UK. I'm up to about 5% of my audience is from Canada, 5% from the UK, and most is from the US. I guess you get more from where you live. So yeah. I need more female subscribers. Yes, cook that chicken. Then you can call Colonel Sanders and say, I have a 12-foot chicken. He's coming in the back of a truck, a big truck. And then it would take some time to carve that chicken, carve that fresh meat, and then, but you got to pluck that chicken first. You got to pluck it. Yeah, cut the legs off. But then you need a big bonfire. So yeah, if a 12-foot chicken, you'd have at least a 12-foot thigh. No, a 6-foot thigh. And then you'd have the wings. Then you have giant wings. But then again, yeah, there we go. We got a laugh out of somebody. That's what this is all about. Today is No Blues Monday. We chase away the Monday blues and the Sunday scaries. And then we all chat. Chatting's where it's at. I'm trying to sound like one of those 70s DJs on the radio, and you're listening to K-Peck. Yeah, Motivation Monday. We got to get motivated so we get through the rest of the week. Motivation Monday. Kind of like, sounds like a train. All aboard Motivation Monday. More powerful motivation. That's what they said about Superman. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Able to type 5,000 words per minute. I'm glad that they have printers now instead of typewriters, because in the days of typewriters, you had to white out. If you made a mistake, you'd have to get some white out, or sometimes you'd have to tear out the piece of paper and rewrite the whole thing. So yeah, it's nice to have a printer. So I got 3 people, which means there's probably 4 people. And we got, please be generous with the likes. I like seeing those likes. That's like, please put a penny in the old man's hat. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put the penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, then God bless you. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. So we got 5 likes. Thank you for that. Motivation Monday. Because blues would imply the blues. Motivation would be all about coffee, power drinks, what do they call those power drinks? Energy drinks. I seem like a nice person, but am I really? I think yes. That's all right. This is all about Motivation Monday. I think that sounds better. That's a better ring to it. Motivation Monday. Who knows? The donations will come in later. Right now, we'll have fun. Right now, we'll focus on fun. And I guess for the late joiners, I always like to do a show and tell. And I'm showing my gas station knife. It's got a window breaker for whoever needs to break a window. And then we've got it's called the OTF, out of front. Here in Georgia, these are legal. They don't have very strict knife policies or knife laws. You like it? This is one of the low end OTFs. It's got the knife works, and that's what I like about these is because you can have a two-edged knife and not have to worry about being cut. Because if it was one that opens out, you have to be concerned about this edge. But both edges you can have, and you can suck it right back in. And so, anyways, that's my show and tell. Yesterday it was a katana. I was showing my samurai sword. So be sure and check that out. But yeah, that. You made a good point about that. You can't talk to me when it's yeah, when it's pre-recorded. You're just looking at a screen with somebody on it. You're not talking to a live person. So yeah, I'll have to do more of these. I have a katana, and I guess I can bring it out if you really want me to. It'll be a brief intermission. People can go to the bathroom or get an extra cup of coffee. So just type yes if you want me to run and get my katana, and I can show it off. I like to show off my collection of cutlery. I've always had an interest in knives and swords and stuff like that. So that's what I'd like to. It's up to me. Well, if it were up to me, I think I'll do it because you are here, and I aim to please. So enjoy my nice scenery while I go get my katana. All right. All right. That didn't take long. So I got to take out my desk cover. Right. This is a real treat because it says it's museum quality, and it has that's the hilt. I get the handle, of course. Then it's got a nice scabbard, and then when you pull it out, there's a blood groove and all that. Then you've got they call it a, they're surprisingly light. Because usually, like other swords, they have a really thick blade, and this one has a armor piercing tip. No, what I would like to do is keep it in the condition that it's in. If I had another one, I'd use it. What I can do is I have another one. I think my brother still has it. It has a red scabbard, and that would be neat to have. Like I say, have somebody throw apples at me, and then I can see if I can cut them in midair. Cut something. Oh, we're up to 7 likes. How about that? Thank you. I could probably. I want to keep this one as in mint condition as I can. So what I'll have to do is talk to my brother and see if he still has the other sword. I have another katana. Well, cool. It's showing, yeah. So those likes are really important to me. They're the fuel that keeps me going. Likes and subscribers. I think that's what really makes a YouTuber happy. Likes and subscribes. And then I can advertise stuff. Make some money off some websites. Or, yeah, donations will be helpful. Then you can ask me to go places, which would be a real challenge. 100 subscribers? Is that how much you have right now? Because I think I need quite a few more to get me there. Because then you start to... Why do I have a sword? It's what I collect. I usually collect... Yeah, it's mostly for like show and tell. And I've always wanted to have a museum called a museum, where when you come in, you can actually hold a sword or put on a helmet or hold a shield up. You know, that's what I was trying to work on in California. I had a lot of stuff that I'd collected, and so it makes it. I think it'd be neat. You know, you charge like $10 to come in and have all laid out for people to try. Oh, you have 310 subscribers. That's good. Yeah, that'd be nice. I like to have some support. It's always nice to have some people who share your vision. You know, that's one of my visions. You know, I could show stuff. You just checked. Oh, 310 subscribers. Yeah. So that's good. I'm getting there. A couple more months, I'll probably have my first 1,000 subscribers. I think you get a plaque. I keep seeing people hold up those gold plaques whenever they get a certain amount of subscribers. They get their gold plaque, and then a platinum if they get more. So the subscribers. Yeah, that's what they're called, play buttons. Yeah, and then the play button will be something I could have in my studio. You know, I've always wanted to have a studio. I could get a room set up. Yep, 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, after 100,000 subscribers, it's kind of like mileage for your car. Oh, to get your first play button, you have to have 100,000 subscribers. So yeah. So I think I'm on a good a good start, off to a good start, because I did start really getting motivated in April of this year. Oh, thank you. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's how I've gotten discovered a few times. Is people tell me about other people, or people talk to other people. It is kind of fun because the challenge is keeping it in mint condition, because a lot of times you're tempted to cut things. You're tempted to bang it up against a, try to chop a tree down or something like that. But keeping it in a dust cover. You should play games on stream. Yeah, that would get me out there. I'll have to see what kind of games I could get into, because I like to get interest or find out what games you play, because there's websites that you can go to that I can show you to, where you could become better at certain games, or have certain um, like modes you can get into, certain hacks for certain games, so you can get better at playing the games by learning the hacks. So that's one thing I'd like to get more into, is showing people to these websites and showing people, um, pointers. I could have a guest come on who is into a certain game, that knows the hacks, the certain ways that people can get ahead. Because games are a good way to bring people together. I used to play Doom back in the 90s, and Doom kept me up all night. I was always trying to get to the next level. And what's cool about these games nowadays is you don't have to keep putting quarters in. You can just keep playing the game until you get practice. Then you could be like you could train other people, you know, train other folks how to play a game and how to get good at it. Because some people are probably willing to do that. Yeah, Minecraft is pretty popular, especially among kids. My nephew plays Minecraft. It'd be fun to watch me play some games. Probably take a while for me to get used to how to play it. You know, I don't want to become a poser though, because games. Most of my hobbies have to do with nature and collecting cutlery, collecting coins and rings and stuff like that. And but that would be, yeah, yeah. Then that could be another hobby. You never know how addicting something can be until you get into it. Like playing games, getting into games, because it would be fun. Because it's kind of like opening up a new door. You like my ring? My pretty ring. This ring makes me feel like royalty. It's got a little cross on the side. I think this is a real ruby. When I bought it on eBay, they said it was a real ruby, but it was bought from overseas, and it kind of reminds me of a king's ring or a powerful magic ring. That's why I wear some rings, because it brings out the magical powers. It's not very expensive. That's what's weird. I don't think it's real. It might just be gold plated. I don't think it's solid gold, but it's this one I bought a long time ago, back when I had more money. It was sometimes I just went on eBay and say, "Oh, that's a neat thing to get." And if I had enough money in my PayPal account, I would get things like this. And I was trying to get into candy machines. I have a few candy machines that you can pay. You put a quarter in it and you turn it, and you get a handful of jelly beans. And that was one thing I did right before COVID. You like my hat? You, I know I'd like to do that because I need a raise my financial status by um, again getting some backup, financial backing so that I can maybe open a store. I'd like to open a store. There are a lot of storefronts that are empty, and it's a matter of just calling the people and see how much it is per month to keep a store going, and then the licensing and everything. You know, that's why I think a lot of businesses are going online is because it's a lot cheaper for people to get a website, and then once you have the website, you don't have to worry about shoplifters. You don't have to worry about will your merchandise. Thank you for that. Yes, that's what we need to do is think of things as along. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's great. I'd like to have that. Have some people uh, get the word out, and then I can just keep entertaining, and then I'm waiting for the time when I can give back. You know, that time when I do get that financial status back, then I can start helping the people who have helped me and people who have supported me. You know, and give shout outs to them and also help them uh, get where they want to be in life. Because sometimes people all they need is a camera, all they need is a laptop, or all they need is to buy their first candy machine or something like that. And PayPal might be able to be a way that I can do that because all you need, I understand, is a PayPal address, and you can transfer money to that person, and say if they just need their first candy machine, or yeah, I can keep posting videos, and again, I can copy and paste. Like if you have a message you want to get out, I can make a video or a short. The shorts are the quickest to make, and I can copy and paste the message you want to send, and just tell people to check. What I notice about the shorts is you have to press on the short, and then it brings up the description. With the video, the description is right below, but with the short, you have to press on the video, or you have to press on the short, and then the video or the description comes up. So there is a description in the short. So that would be a way that I can get words out for people. Like if you're trying to get your people to subscribe to your channel, or if you're trying to get people to view your the video you just made, you can make a link. Send me a link to that video, and my email. I need to put my email um, so that I can get the person I'm trying to help. I can have them um, email me the link that they want people to see, and I can promote your link. And later on maybe donations or something like that can help. And so, wow, this is the most I've had. It's showing only one, but I'm pretty sure there are more that are. So I got 6 likes so far. I'm getting better at this. That's all right. That if you can't donate, then it's all right. You being here is a big help to me because it gives me encouragement. I'm getting encouragement now because there's some. Oh, in the description, you go into the description after this video is over. Um, you'll see in the description there's a link to donate, and so the donate, yeah, it's very easy. You can use your PayPal account, and through PayPal, you can pay with your credit card, your bank card, or whatever, and it's very secure. I made sure that I only use PayPal because PayPal is it's not a way to scam people. It's not a way to get credit card numbers and dates and stuff like that. Um, PayPal, I've noticed, is one of the most secure ways to transfer funds. So that's why I made a donation link through PayPal, and so that's a start anyway. And so yeah, donations, and also like I'll probably have some, like there's in some of them, there's a way to get a karambit. If you scroll down, there's some videos that I've already made where I've there's also a tack pin. It's a pin that's used for self defense. So if those go well, then that'll be some more funds to come in. And so yeah, it's a good start. And that's where I am right now, is just websites, getting websites out there, and people can buy off of the websites. And so yeah, I guess that's the business end of it. The rest of it is just us having fun, coming together and chatting, having Motivation Monday. I think I'll use that instead of Blues Monday, because blues make you think about the blues. And if you have motivation, I'll have to see if I can do that. I don't know how to do that yet. Yeah. So I don't know how I could do it through PayPal. I mean through YouTube. But if you don't have a PayPal account, you can still use your bank card or your credit card, and you're still doing it through PayPal. You don't really need a PayPal account. Um, People can just pay that way. So the if yeah, but right now it's just about getting just keep watching, I guess, and that will help me. If you can't help monetarily, you could just don't. I mean, keep watching these live streams, and I can keep people updated, and so it's a start anyway. Today we can build our empire, and again, are easy to set up. It doesn't cost anything to do. You just go to PayPal.com and you can set up your own PayPal account, and I have mine hooked up into my bank account, so that's yeah. So it's a very secure way to make payments to people and to get paid. So that's a neat thing. It didn't take very long for me to set up a PayPal account, and like I said, it's free to do. So that's a plus. Just like a YouTube channel, it doesn't cost anything to set up a YouTube channel. Well, that's great. So anyways, showing your support right now is good. It's very helpful to me because it gives me encouragement to keep doing this. Just by chatting with me, just by logging on and sharing this fun time together, that's really good. And so it's well, good. I like to make people happy. You make me happy by by joining on. Keeping up. Yes, yes. Because I mean, if you can, yeah, it makes me happy that you're joining on, that you're showing this support. Because sometimes moral support, it goes a long way. Because then you wonder, why am I doing this? It's like, this is why I'm doing this. People are getting happy because of any little thing I do. It um, it inspires somebody. It makes somebody feel better each day. you know so I'm contributing uh, by making someone excited about doing something. you know so every Monday people can get excited about me putting on this hat and showing something that I have, or just being able to talk like that. That really made a good point, and that really hit home with me when it does make a difference when you can chat with the person. You're not just seeing them on video; you're actually getting a response from them in real time. So it's like it makes this world a lot less separated. You know, so we can come together on Mondays. Around 11 o'clock or something like that. You're supporting me just by coming on. You know, because it's very counterproductive when I sit here and nobody's chatting with me. I start wondering, okay, what am I doing? What can I do better? How can I do this? But it really helps to have some people chatting. Yeah, I'll catch that the next time around. I got to quit staring off into space because it takes that time to register. It's like, oh wait, I got something to read, and then while you're reading it, it's fading away. I could probably try doing this because I get up, in time, so I'll be ready by 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock Georgia time, which is Eastern Standard Time. We'll have a lot of chatters, a lot of people who are just coming on board to watch this all happen. Support me on my journey, as you said. So, and I'll be supporting you on your journey. Because this is a journey we share. All it takes is a spark. Like the Buddha said, you can light 1,000 candles with one candle. It takes one tree to make 1,000 matches. So that's what we're doing. We're creating this room full of lit candles. Thank you for your support. Yeah, because that really means a lot to me, because it's my fuel. It's like Peter Pan and Wendy. Peter Pan didn't fight as well when Wendy wasn't around. It's like they say, men go to war because women are watching. Yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy, Batman and Robin, and Kano and the Green Hornet. We all form a team somehow. We're all connected. That's what I keep hearing. So yes, and I'll try to bring more and more good entertainment as long as my phone works. I'm looking forward to get me a laptop that has a camera built in. Most laptops now have cameras built in, so all you have to do is open up the laptop and log on, and I'll be able to you know run on battery power from the laptop, because sometimes laptops can run for a couple of hours. My phone, I think, can run for about an hour without recharging. But I have my pretty little tripod. I'll be able to sit my phone on the laptop, or on the, I'll get my phone. I'm starting to fade. I need to get another cup of coffee or something. So we got 3 people. Oh yeah, Chromebooks. Depending on what browser you're using. Foxfire or Firefox, I think it's called. Firefox. And there's another DuckDuckGo, I'm pretty sure is a good browser. And Chrome is the one I use. Google I like. Google is the Google app, and then using the Google app to type in 8 hours. So that'd be a lot. That'd be a lot of airtime. I could take breaks, like do an hour and then come back and then do another hour until it's too dark to do a podcast. No, these are called live streams. I think podcasts are the same thing. It seems like it's a good buzzword. Oh, I have a podcast. I'm doing a podcast. People go, podcast? When's your podcast? So people, yeah, that'll be a good way to get started out. Then I can crash parties maybe. Find some parties and crash them. I'll secretly get permission to crash the party. Yeah, why? So we have audio and visual. So yeah, we're off to a good start. We can form a team, an alliance. Then we'll be able to fill stadiums and amphitheaters, and have really good shows. Have like rock groups and comedians come on and do like a Seth Rogen style podcast, or a Who was that girl? She was a race car driver. Danica Patrick. Danica. Danica Patrick does shows like this where people come on and they discuss UFOs and they discuss out of body experiences, astral projection, and magical things that are magical, the actual magic tricks. So, well, I'm really excited. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. Yes. So we're getting some people that we have an eclectic group here. Some people are here from the U.S., some people are here from Canada, and probably from. We had one person from Japan, one person from Germany. So we'll be international. We'll be international people of mystery. Groovy, baby. Yes, get lots of rest. I don't have the kitty cat to bother me either. Kitty cats will keep you up. I had a cat that loved to go out at night. I'd always hear meow, meow, meow to be let out, and then another meow to be let back in. That's why I like those pet doors, those little pet doors. But they don't keep the not hamsters, raccoons and squirrels could also get through that door. Rats. So yeah, that'd be cool to have like a not motion sensor, face detection. So you take a cat, and when your cat wants in, it's face recognition. That'd be a cool invention. Have like a fake face recognition cat door, so only your cat can come in. If it's a raccoon, it can't come in. Oh yeah, you can hear it scratching. I had a rabbit once. You had to constantly clean the cage. That's one thing that I didn't like about having rabbits. You have to constantly clean. Is that why his name was King? Because he's such a huge dog? He was king of the castle? Huge dogs, like a Saint Bernard or like a Doberman Pinscher. Doberman Pinschers used to be oh yeah. Saint Bernards used to always be like those dogs that come and help search and rescue. I remember the cartoon of the Saint Bernard that had I think it was a whiskey barrel, a little barrel of rum or something like that around its neck. He was bigger than both. So he's like Clifford the big red dog. I remember that show. It was a storybook called Clifford the Big Red Dog. It was about a big red dog. But yes, dogs can get pretty big. I've seen some footage or some pictures of dogs. They look big enough to ride almost. Yeah, third grade. Back when we read books, people read e-books now. E-books and audio books. Audio books are kind of fun to listen to because you don't have to read. You could be driving down the road and listen to your audio book, or you could be working, have your earbuds in. I like the cordless earbuds. Those are pretty cool. They're in little charger, and then you put them in your ear, and you don't have to worry about how far away you are. A Chihuahua. Chihuahuas were bred to be bed warmers. There's a place called Chihuahua, Mexico, where they were so small and they were just bred so that people can have bed warmers. So you have a little Chihuahua hop into bed with you and keep you warm at night. And emotional support dogs, that's what I consider Shaggy to be. Shaggy is my emotional support sometimes. He can make me happy. Make me happy when I'm feeling blue. So we go from Blues Monday to... Oh, that's her? Oh, okay, that's your... Yeah, I see that little Chihuahua. Kind of looks like a Doberman, a Rottweiler. That's like Rottweilers have that tan and brown hide or fur, tan and brown fur. But that's cool that it's a Chihuahua. It's easier to take to the vet, a Chihuahua. It's harder to take a Saint Bernard to the vet because you got to get a big cage, or you have to have a muzzle. Sometimes if you take your dog to a vet, you have to have a muzzle on them so they can't bite anybody. That would be funny to have a Chihuahua with a muzzle. It's like it's a very dangerous Chihuahua. You don't want to be bitten by this one. Oh, so now somebody decides to. Oh, a pinscher. Okay. I remember the Doberman pinschers back when Magnum PI was popular. That with Tom Selleck. Doberman pinschers, I think back in the 80s were pretty popular. Now it's all pit bulls. Everybody has pit bulls now. Pit bulls don't. The police officers don't like pit bulls. I don't think. That's scary to see a pit bull running up on you. Dobermans, their ears naturally flap down. They have to have them pulled up. That's part of their grooming, I guess. When you get a Doberman pinscher, you have to put their ears up so that their ears will stand up, and they eventually stand up on their own. That's what I learned. And also, they chop off their tails, the Doberman pinschers. So yeah, to get that final end product, they have to do a lot of butchery to the Doberman pinscher. Or Labrador retrievers are pretty fun animals to have. Must hurt. I know. Doing that to a dog's ears. And then what they do with when you get your dog back from being spayed or neutered, they put those cones on their neck so they can't lick themselves. That's terrible, not being able to lick yourself if you're a dog. If you have stitches. So wow, we're almost 2 hours into this. Pretty cool. And we got 8 people. Oh, that's a number 3. Sorry. It looked like an 8 until I went like that. Well, anyways, it's about quality, not quantity. Oh yeah, that's one thing that makes some people jealous. Some guys get jealous because their dogs can lick themselves, and they can't. But I guess dogs don't have hands to wash themselves, so they got to use their mouth. They use their mouth as their hand. So so we have a few more minutes to go before this is a 2 hour podcast or a 2 hour live stream. So I think that'll be our record. We'll try to break our record each time. Our record of how long we do a podcast. I know, we could use phones and they can't. Dogs use smell. I've heard dogs, that's how they communicate is through smell, through their sense of smell. They pee on things and they sniff each other's butts. Which I was thinking about skunks. Skunks, it's a form of irritation when they show their butt. It's a show that it's a sign that they're intimidated or scared. And dogs, when dogs show their butt, they're wanting to be sniffed, and that's why dogs get sprayed by skunks a lot, because the skunk shows their butthole, and the dog says, "Oh, a butthole." I speak very little of certain I speak a little bit of German, a little bit of Russian, a little bit of Monica. No, let's see. Yeah, Russian, German, and Spanish. Habla español. Yo habla español. Foco español. Yo me llamo El Mundo. ¿Cómo está? And then there's Entschuldigen Sie, verstehen Sie Deutsch? Uh, yeah, so I don't speak of like fluent. I can't. I just speak bits and pieces of different languages. French. I've learned a little bit of French, and comment je m'appelle Ed. Bonjour. Like, I'd like to learn more. I'd like to sit with people and learn conversational, because there's English and then there's conversational English and then Spanish. So that's I don't know that much Spanish. So you speak fluent Spanish? Spanish and Italian, they're both Latin. I've heard that if you speak Spanish, you can understand Italian. And sí, that's a very. So you like speaking Spanish? Me gusta español. I always remember hearing when I'm on the phone say, it is fun. It's not. It's nice to learn other languages because you never know who you're going to be talking to, and it's nice to understand a little bit. Bien means good. I know that much. So T bien. Too bad we can't meet in person. Because then we can sit and converse. Because that's how sometimes you can help people speak better Spanish, and they can help you speak better English, and it's kind of like it's a trade-off. Oh, you too. Yeah. So, sí, yo comprendo poco español. I used to remember hearing, para español, prima número tres, en ese momento. So, there was a lot of, what I used to hear is, yeah, a lot of Spanish in California. And when I was in Hawaii, people speak Japanese. There was Japanese programming. So you could be watching, yeah, just programs that were, I guess what we would pick up is Japanese stations off the coast of Hawaii. Or it was Oahu was the island I was on. And so, yeah, it kind of like here we have Telemundo, uh, and stations like that. Over there, it was you'd be able to watch cool samurai shows, and they had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers before the Power Rangers. The Japanese were were already doing programming like that. So those are oh, so that's Japanese characters. I noticed Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. There's there's subtle differences. 'Cause I think Chinese they read from the top down. I forget how the Chinese or that's okay. I'm getting hungry too. I might be going to eat something. Mandarin. Okay. 'Cause there's Chinese, Mandarin. just like in Africa, there's Afrikaan, there's Swahili. Um, I forget what other languages, because people think Africa is a country, but it's a continent. Africa is a continent, and there are different countries in Africa. And oh, battery low. I guess I'll. Well, we've done this for about 2 hours. My phone is alerting me that the battery is low, so we can do this again tomorrow, or maybe around 4 o'clock today. I've got to eat something now, so I don't feel so lightheaded. So thank you for your help and support, and we will talk more in probably around 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock, if not tomorrow. Yes, see you again. And oh, that's Ruski. Я не понимаю по-русски? Uh, I don't. All right, we'll see you later. I could end this now.